wave at the fans, please.
정말 레드카펫에서 오롯이 즐겨주고 계세요. 지금 왼쪽,
Meryl.
왼쪽.
We're gonna have Meryl.
자, 주변으로 잡히는 모습인데 셀피를 찍고 있는 모습과 사인을 하고 있는 모습을 지금 음악과
Thank you so much. So
자, 두 분이 또 역시 포토타임을 갖고 있습니다. 각각 개인이 휴대폰으로 담으실 수 있을 것 같아요. 네. 위치에서 최선까지 서비스를 하고 계십니다. 점점 영국 타임스퀘어 우리가 정말 잡히는 모습, 네, 셀피를 찍고 있는 모습과 사인 기다렸는지 이 조회수만 봐도 알 수 있을 것 같습니다.
Hello, everyone. We're so happy to be here with you. Thank you for coming out tonight.
Love you, especially the ones who stayed overnight.
지금 밤부터 기다리셨던 분들이 소리 지르셨어요.
Oh, it's wonderful to be in Seoul. My gosh, it's just beautiful. And I'm so grateful to you, the fans, because you are the reason we got to make The Devil Wears Prada 2.
Oh, I'm so happy to be back. You know, I thought my trip here all those years ago was really beautiful. But I can't believe how much Seoul has grown in the last few years. There's unbelievable energy. It seems like there's so much going on. We spent the day doing press in a beautiful hotel, but my family got to go out and sightsee. And they reported back that they just had the most wonderful time. The food was incredible, the art was incredible, the whole experience. And so we've just had the loveliest, loveliest stop. And now this. Now receiving all of this love and getting to share this with you is just so special. Thank you so much.
Me too. I'm
네.
looking forward to it. I think that what made it so popular right across the world had a lot to do with this woman.
하도록 하겠습니다. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations. 와우. 두 분이 무대로 오르셨습니다. 진짜 런웨이가 펼쳐지고 있습니다. 와우, 메릴.
We love you. We're so glad you came out tonight. Thank you so much.
여러분
Thank
사랑합니다.
you so
오늘
much. Thank you for the last 20 years of your support, and we're so happy that we're going to share this next moment together. Thank you so much.
And we hope you love the movie as much as we loved bringing it to you. Oh, that's all.
정말 I love you입니다. 너무나 사랑스러운 사인입니다. 아쉽지만 이 두 분은 이제 엘리베이터로 보내드려야 되겠는데요.
Alright.
까지 마지막까지 사진으로 담고요. 자, 여러분, 우리 메릴 스트립과 앤 해서웨이.
전 세계적으로 인기를 얻을 수 있지 않았나라고 생각을 하고 저는 이 가족의 일원이 될 수 있어서
와우, 미란다를 만났네요. 네, 정면을 봐주시기 바랍니다.
Let's look at the center of the room, straight
네.
ahead, center.
천천히. 그리고 중앙의 아래쪽도.
And also make sure to get the front row, please, as well. Front row side. The right cameras, please.
천천히. 네, 손인사와 함께 너무 멋집니다. 자, 시선 왼쪽 끝쪽부터 봐주시죠.
Let's cameras.
천천히 중앙 쪽을 봐주시죠.
And now straight ahead, center, please.
정면 아래쪽도
Also make sure to get the very front pan to the right.
다 알아들으시는데요. 네, 손인사. 백 사이드를 보여주시네요.
Showing us the back side. Love it.
와우. 네, 미란다와 앤디가 만났네요.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Miranda and Andy here on stage.
정면을 봐주시고요.
Cameras, whatever you'd like.
정면을 봐주시죠.
Now straight ahead, center, please.
지금
Center,
뭔가
straight
포즈를
ahead.
하시려고 그랬는데요. 자, 그리고 오른.
So this question goes to both of you, Meryl and Anne. And first of all, I have to say it's so wonderful to have you both here in Korea. So, in the second film, Miranda is still, of course, running the fashion magazine Runway. And then Andy, you are a feature editor. So we would love to ask you, actually, when you think about our country, when you think of Korea, what would you say is the number one representative, or, it could be a brand, it could be a person. What do you think is worthy of a feature article about Korea?
자, N부터 대답 들어볼까요?
Anne, any ideas?
Well, I think that right now, Korea is such a dominant force, in particular in youth culture. I think that Korea is leading the way in so many areas, in particular music. And in particular, I think a lot of fashion, skincare. So I think those areas of interest that are very interesting to people. Of course, Korea is so much richer than those particular subjects, but if I was a features editor and I wanted to appeal to a lot of readers, I would probably focus on those incredible aspects of Korean culture.
Well, I'm very interested in Korean barbecue because I live part of the time in Los Angeles, and we go to a place in Downey, which is near a hockey rink where my son used to play, and we have Korean barbecue, and I'm very into it. I think if I were, I completely agree with everything you said about what comes to us in the press in the United States is youth culture. I have 6 grandchildren. They all know every word of K-pop Demon Hunters, all the songs. They're very influenced by K-culture right now. And that's exciting because it means that the world is connected and that we are in each other's lives in a way that you're in our children's lives in a way that I didn't grow up that connected to many parts of the world. And it's a good lesson that we are connected and we all depend on each other.
May I add one thing to that?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, we would be remiss if we didn't say that would be who we were if we were fashion editors, but considering that we're actresses, I think we would just want to come and interview so many directors. I think we would want to come and interview Director Park and Director Bong, and so I just had to mention that.
Yeah.
I have two questions, and they are again for the both of you. So it's been 20 years since the first film came out, and it's wonderful to see just how incredibly beautiful you both women are. And it doesn't feel like, it's a day has passed since the first film. So many of us have been eagerly waiting for the second story, and it took quite a long time. My first question is, are there any particular elements about the story in the second film that is only possible to tell because it's 2026? And then the second question is, what does The Devil Wears Prada mean to the both of you?
메릴 스트립부터 대답 부탁드릴까요?
Meryl, would you like to go first?
Well, the film we made in 2006, I think, it came out the year before the iPhone. There were no iPhones. I mean, that thing that you all have in your pockets and or whatever brand you carry has changed everything. It's changed everything in publishing. It's changed everything in our business. And so our business has become atomized, and we're all sort of in a shifting landscape of how to maintain the financial world in the face of these challenges. Certainly that's where this film comes in. We begin 20 years after that in that changing media landscape where Miranda is challenged by how to keep her business afloat. And Andrea, you talk about you, but I'll talk about her for her. And she is coming from, at the end of the last film, she throws her phone in the, throws it in the fountain, and she goes off to work in legitimate journalism, investigative journalism. I won't say legitimate, investigative journalism that has higher stakes than maybe just the fashion world. So she comes back in this one with those same challenges that Miranda is fielding, and so they are sort of in the same boat.
I think, first of all, I agree with everything that Meryl just said, and you can't overestimate the effect the digital revolution has had on all aspects of our lives, but in particular when it comes to journalism and fashion journalism. Looking at it from a character point of view, Andy Sachs is 22 in the first film. She's just graduated from college, so she is full of ideas, but a little light on life experience. And in this film, she's had 20 years to go out and live the life that she's wanted to live to the best of her ability. And so I think that she's acquired skills, she's acquired a point of view, she's acquired experience, I think a fair bit of humility, but also confidence. And so I think that in order for her to walk through the door as a formidable potential partner for Miranda, it would have taken that amount of time for it to feel legitimate.
I have two questions. The first one goes to the both of you, and then I have one more question for Meryl. So the question for the both of you is, you are back on screen after 20 years. Can you tell us what your acting chemistry is like between the two of you? And then one more question to Meryl is, globally you are known as the GOAT, of course. So as the greatest of all time, we'd love to hear, in your perspective, how has Anne changed over the past 20 years as an actor?
자, 연기 호흡에 대해서 앤 해서웨이부터 들어볼까요?
Anne, you want to tell us about your chemistry together?
One of
Never mind.
와우!
There it is. There's the chemistry. No, go ahead.
Are you sure? So one of the things I remember from the first film, just being struck by, was so much of Meryl's power comes from how deep a listener she is. And I think that especially when you're a young actor, so much of your acting can feel presentational, like you just really want to do a good job. But I got to see Meryl just act from such a deep place inside of her. I could see her brain working. And I thought, oh, that's what it is. And so I think our chemistry is just her being great and me being in awe, and it just kind of works out.
I think our chemistry was different in the first one because we didn't know each other, and I tend to come into the set on the first week like it's a party, and I'm ready to have fun because I love the hang, and I did that for a couple days, and then I realized it was not valuable, and I sort of had to pull back and stay in my trailer while they all had fun with each other. And so I was kind of miserable on the first. It's my own fault. It was a decision. But this time I just really, I loved reigniting the energy between us. And I loved meeting you as a full-blown woman, not a young girl on the cusp of. It's been just a great just a great pleasure. It was a pleasure. It was great seeing Emily Blunt again, and the fabulous. I mean, Stanley Tucci. I can't get rid of him. He's in my life forever. We'd made a couple of films together anyway, but it was wonderful, the chemistry. And the second question.
가장 달라진 점,
What
성장된
has
점.
changed in your perspective about Anne in the past 20 years?
That's the thing that's sort of embedded in what I'm saying. She really hasn't changed. The essence of you. And because we're on a press tour, and I am saying this over and over, doesn't mean I don't mean it. You're so fresh and immediate, and you meet the moment open-hearted, and that's all you ask from a partner, you know, an acting partner and a friend.
자, 선물이 등장을 하고 있습니다. 자, 과연 어떤 선물일지 공개합니다.
Open it now.
준비된 선물은 악마는 프라다를 입는다 2를 상징하는 붉은 하일에 한국의 전통 신발에 꽃신을 더해서 재해석한 세상에 단 하나뿐인 구두입니다.
So these shoes are a reinterpretation of the iconic red heel in the traditional Korean 꽃신 style, which means flower shoes.
자,
These are the only two pairs in the world.
앞쪽을 한번 봐주시겠어요?
Can you go ahead and look at the center of the room? The camera. Can we get the cameras on the right as well? Right side? Thank you.
자, 그러면 이제 꽃신은 의자 위에 올려주시고요.
All right, thank you. You can leave the shoes on your chairs and we'll bring them back later.
마이크를. It's yours. 네. 자, 마이크를 들고 소감을 한번 여쭤볼까요?
Before we leave the stage, could we just ask you to have your mics one more time to say your final goodbyes to the press today?
어떠세요? 마음에 드세요?
Also tell us, how do you like the shoes?
Oh, they're astonishing. I hope they fit. I always like a little height, you know. There you go. Thank you. It's so beautiful and so thoughtful and so exquisitely made, like everything in this country. My God. Incredible. Thank you.
앤?
I'm speechless. They're so beautiful. The craft work that went into them, they're so delicate, but they're also so fun. And I really think that you've given me a treasure with these, and I'm so excited to bring them with me, and that I'll be able to be home in my life, and I'll look at them and I'll remember this incredibly special experience. Thank you for this wonderful, thoughtful, generous, exquisite gift.
마음에 들어하셔서 너무 좋고 이제 마지막으로 오늘 와주신 분들께 마지막 인사를 좀 부탁드립니다.
We're so happy that you love them. And before we leave, can you say just short goodbye to the Korean press? Can we begin with you,
메릴
Meryl?
스트립부터? 네.
Yes. Goodbye. We're just starting the day, I thought. My God. I'll see you all later, I hope. Thank you very much for this warm welcome. And hello to everybody in Korea. We're so glad to be here. Thank you.
And
To the press, I just want to say thank you so much for your really, really thoughtful questions. It was so lovely to hear about the impact the film has had on you and your life and your dreams. To the event organizers, I just want to say thank you so much. This is an exquisite stage, and thank you so much for the good lighting. And then to the Korean people, I just want to say what an honor and a pleasure it is to be back here, and thank you so much for welcoming us.
Would you take a train with?
오늘 이곳 타임스퀘어에 아마 그래도 그 들뜬 마음은 같을 거라고.
Fashion, fashion saves. Fashion.